Are you claiming anything back in Duval?
What you mean?
Like gang? You in a gang?
Nah, I ain't in no game. I'm better tank.
Yeah, you're detained. You're not free to leave.
Yungeen Ace has been trending for all the wrong reasons, from his main op dying on his birthday after Ace posted this ominous message, to releasing 2 music videos in a span of days taking responsibility for Fulio's death. And now footage of the rapper's arrest from a few months ago has gone viral. So what was Ace arrested for?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be provided to you at no cost.
Yungeen Ace is no new to breaking the law. Earlier this year, he found himself in handcuffs. Although the rapper is out on bond, his latest arrest may put him behind bars for a long time, and he doesn't seem the least bit worried. So why was he arrested? April 16, 2024 started like any other in Jacksonville Beach. However, for Ace, this night would turn into one that he would fear for the rest of his life. Around 8:30 p.m., a rented black Chevrolet Suburban was making its way through the city. Inside the vehicle were 6 passengers, including Ace. The SUV was heading towards Angie Subs, a popular local spot. When it approached a 4-way intersection, trouble started when the driver of the SUV failed to slow or stop at the intersection, which was a clear traffic violation. Unfortunately, it didn't go unnoticed by nearby police officers, who decided to pull the vehicle over, initiating what seemed like a routine traffic stop. After the SUV parked, the officers approached the vehicle with caution. The driver was asked to step out and provide identification. It was quickly discovered that the driver did not have a valid license, leading to his immediate arrest. This initial violation was just the tip of the iceberg. With the driver in custody, the officers turned their attention to the remaining passengers. It was at this point that the situation began to escalate. The officers learned that both the driver and Ace were documented gang members, raising the stakes of the traffic stop. With a total of 6 passengers inside the SUV, the officers decided to call for backup, sensing that the situation could escalate. Soon, additional units arrived and the search of the vehicle started. What they found inside the black Chevrolet Suburban would turn this routine stop into a major news story. The cops' instincts proved correct during the search of the black Chevrolet Suburban. Officers, which made a startling discovery. The cops found a total of 7 loaded and chambered firearms. Among these weapons was a black rifle in plain view on the floorboard, a sight that quickly caught the officers' attention. But that was just the beginning. On the second row floorboard, police spotted a blue bag. Inside this bag, they found a Draco pistol and a black handgun, both within reach of Yungeen Ace, who was seated in the back middle of the SUV. The discovery of these weapons led to the instant detention of all the passengers, including Yungeen Ace. The officers recorded each firearm, noting that one of the semi-automatic guns was loaded with armor-piercing rounds, a detail that added to the severity of the situation. Ace, whose real name is Kid Bullard, was arrested and taken to the Duval County Jail. According to the arrest record, Bullard had constructive ownership of 3 handguns, a term used to describe a situation where an individual has access to and control over a firearm, even if it is not physically on them. Following his arrest, Ace was put into the Duval County Jail. The gravity of the charges against him for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon loomed big, but his legal team quickly moved to secure his release. His bond was set at $150,000, a substantial amount representing the seriousness of the charges. Luckily, in the state of Florida, inmates are required to pay 10% of their bond to be released. For Ace, this meant coming up with $15,000. The rapper managed to post the required bail amount and was released from jail the next day. However, his freedom came with strict conditions set by the court. He was ordered to have no contact with other gang members, a stipulation aimed at preventing further criminal activity and ensuring public safety. Additionally, he was restricted from contacting any witnesses except for his mother. The witnesses in question were most likely the passengers in the SUV at the time of his arrest, and barely 2 months after he secured bond, it seems the rapper may be heading back to jail, this time for murder charges, as he's being connected to a gruesome murder committed in Tampa. New Tampa has been rocked by a wave of violence that has left the community reeling in the days leading up to a shocking murder that caught nationwide attention. The peace of this suburban area has been shaken by a number of brutal crimes. The most shocking of these was the murder of Florida rapper Julio Fulio, whose death shocked the city, and now it seems it's getting serious, as even the feds have been forced to interfere, which was confirmed in an emergency town hall meeting by the Tampa police chief.
I'm working very closely with the Jacksonville sheriff. I spoke to him today. I've spoken to the statewide prosecutor. I've spoken to our prosecutor. I've spoken to the FBI and the ATF, and everybody is working together to ensure that we can make an arrest and hold those accountable that are coming into our city committing these violent crimes.
They're raising the reward for information. Overnight, they released some new information of their own. Kenyatta Ballard, a survivor of that quadruple shooting, was booked into jail just last night after being released from the hospital. He was arrested for a probation violation stemming from an accessory after the fact charge in Clay County from December of 2016. Now that means he helped set up some sort of crime, but he may not have actually committed the crime. As part of that probation, Ballard is not allowed to possess a firearm. Now the shooting itself is still being investigated. Multiple police agencies are joining forces now to find out who killed 3 young men and injured a 4th. JSO is offering $8,000 for useful tips. Authorities say there were several vehicles in the area when the shooting happened, so they're looking for those witnesses. They need them to.
But that's not all. The police chief dropped a bombshell that would blow the case wide open and may likely see Julio's killers caught. The cops were looking into rap lyrics and social media posts in their probe.
Are you guys looking at the social media aspect?
Absolutely. We're looking at the social media. We're working with our Jacksonville partners, getting intelligence on that.
And to confirm that the feds were looking into social media posts. Tampa cops stated that Julio was murked after he exposed his location to his officers.
Go to a safe place, but they make their mistake by getting on social media. They let folks know where they're going to.
And for the biggest surprise of them all, the cops were close to making an arrest in Julio's case.
I can guarantee you that we're going to be following up and making arrests in that case.
So why should Ace be scared? Is he on the feds' radar? Well, his social media activity, as well as his recent songs, show a man who is hell-bent on letting the world know that he killed Julio. Ace was on a self-snitching marathon even hours before Julio was gunned down as he took to X, where he posted his evil plans. That boy going the same day him and Ace posted. Mind you, that night Julio was celebrating his birthday. Coincidence or planned attack, you tell me? But Ace's self-snitching spree didn't end there. Just hours after Julio's death was confirmed, Yungeen Ace released a new song titled Do It. The timing and content of the song have left many questioning Ace's intentions and the message he is sending through this track. Let's take a closer look at the lyrics and the public response to this explosive release. The lyrics of Do It are clearly provocative and explicit. Ace raps about gunning down his foes with chilling precision, catch his ass and do his ass. You know me finish. He raps, flips his ass and smokes his ass. We stand on business in another part. He raps, I don't even call them by his name. I call them Eldos. Let's do it. Call this phone and say they got the low. I told them to do it. These lines leave little to the imagination, painting a vivid picture of violence and retribution. The music video for Do It adds another layer to the song's menacing tone. In the video, masked men are seen shooting another man in what appears to be a motel parking lot. The imagery is stark and unsettling, mirroring the violent themes of the lyrics. While Ace doesn't mention Julio by name, the timing of the release and the content of the song have led many to believe that it is a direct response to Julio's murder. But Ace wasn't done snitching on himself. Barely a week after releasing Do It, he released yet another track, Game Over, where he took his self-snitching antics to a whole new level. The lyrics are diabolical, and there's no doubt that Julio is the target. Right from the start of the music video, it's clear that it's a Julio diss as they brandish a bottle of Don Julio, which Ace takes a sip off before starting the song. While the song's intro is disrespectful enough, the lyrics are nothing short of evil. In fact, he literally explained what happened that morning. Folo was shot and killed 5. In the morning, I got a call. What is this? Dead on the floor, dead. On arrival, Mr. 6, I'm screaming out the 6 and 4 in the car, and one of them dead. 3 got hit. Ace raps first Fio was killed at around 5 in the morning. Apart from that, he references Mr. 6, a title that Julio often used in his lyrics. Shockingly, Ace even describes the number of people who were in the car that got shot up, which is what is in the police report. And if you have any question that Ace was talking about Julio's murder, he went on to rap bullets through this windshield. You can't miss him with this chopper. Well, the news was filled with Julio's windshield riddled with bullets, so you can easily join the dots. And to top it off, Ace told why he took out his main op and went to that grave and took a picture. Ace raps. For anyone who doesn't know, Ace lost his brother and 2 best friends in a shooting, and Julio went ahead to shoot a music video for the remix to the track When I See You at their grave site while holding a picture of the 3 dead teens. If the feds are really looking out for lyrics and social media posts, in this case, the ACE has given them enough evidence to lock him up for life. But the feds aren't the only ones digging up proof. Internet detectives have been on the case and have found something disturbing. Theo may have been set up by his close friend, and his ops had already started dropping like flies. Theo killed in cold blood. Julio was a wanted man to people watching the Jacksonville drill scene. He was already a dead man walking. Julio already knew that he was the most hated rapper in Jacksonville and even revealed in interviews that he had a bounty on his head.
Outside looking in, it looks like you're the most hated.
Yeah.
Might be the most hated in Florida right now.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you got money on your head?
I done heard a few rumors in the streets, but
Okay, so why move to Atlanta?
This is like when Say Cheese made the first Florida list, right? I ain't know nobody knew about me. Like, I ain't know I had a follow. This probably when I had like 10, 15,000 followers on Instagram. So Say Cheese posted that first Florida list and I was on it. So when he posted it, a lot of labels went to reaching out to me. Alamo, 300, like a lot of people went to reaching out to me. So I'm like, damn, I'm getting.
You got to add it. You got to add it, man. Push up. We just got to this bit. Tampa, Florida, man. You already got to add it to the pool party. Push up at 5:30, man. Push up at 5:30, man. We finna get everything right. Push up at 5:30, 6 o'clock, man. It's up. Me drinking, cuz. I don't even drink, cuz.
A crime scene taking up this whole parking lot behind me. This is a Holiday Inn right across the street from USF. Here, 4 people were shot and so were 2 cars. Police say they are also now a part of the investigation. A birthday celebration that took a turn for the worst. Now cars filled with bullet holes are at the center of an investigation to find out why famous rapper Julio Fulio, who just turned 26, was shot dead early this morning.
At this point, it's part of the investigation, but it seems that they might have been coming here to the hotel to get a room.
After a social media post from Julio Fulio said he and his friends were kicked out of an Airbnb. They found themselves at this Holiday Inn where hotel guests like Jeremiah Claypool had to be escorted to and from their rooms post gunshots.
I only heard one, it woke me up, but apparently there were more than that.
Police say they got the call at 4:40 this morning. Julio Fulio, whose real name is Charles Jones, was confirmed dead at the scene while 3 other shooting victims were taken to the hospital. No one has been arrested in connection to this shooting.
You know, we always say it, but in cases like this, it really does make the difference. If you saw something, if you heard something, any little detail can help us figure out what happened here this morning.
For now, investigators will lean on federal agencies and work with hotel surveillance video to help determine how the shooting events took place. Also, interviews from witnesses like Claypool.
We're still gonna stay, we're gonna find another hotel.
As we continue to find out more information, be sure to download our free WFLA app for the latest updates. Reporting in Temple Terrace, Chloe Sparks, 8 on your side.
Police say a man was chased and then shot and killed.
These groups, I won't name them, they know who they are. We're not going to tolerate any retribution, any revenge.
3 deadly shootings happening across our area overnight.
A man was found dead in a garage on Jacksonville's south side this morning.
New at 5, a man in his early 20s is in the hospital right now following a shooting in northwest Jacksonville. JSO says he was hit up to 4 times in the shoulder and back.
I talked to a witness who told me the car came from this direction and then slammed right into this building.
Breaking news. A man is dead in an early morning shooting.
Officers say that they were called out to the Lakeshore area just after 5 this morning, and it came reporting off of a gunfire report.
Overnight, one person is in stable condition. This is after being shot in what the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office is calling a drive-by shooting.
One man is dead after he was shot and then crashed his car into a building on Myrtle Avenue last night in Jacksonville.
Tonight, police investigating after a man crashed his car into this building, then died from a...
Fulio acted as though no one was out to get him, from announcing his whereabouts days in advance on social media to telling his ops on his location on the night he was gunned down. Fulio was making mistake after mistake. On June 14th, the rapper took to Instagram, where he posted a flyer stating that he would be hosting his birthday in Tampa and even gave away the time right away. His fans let him know that it was a bad plan. He had even been told on X Spaces that there were people out to get him, but their pleas fell on deaf ears.
You gonna cash out on your bitch ass one day. I'm not trying. I sort of cut. I'm scared of y'all.
If you would just let him come with you and you just let bygones be bygones, and it was some little petty shit anyways, he would have possibly lived.
Yes, I'm a Gemini. I take shit to the heart, like when so like look, it happened like, and I had to get past that little stage in my life. Like, I can't hold grudges no more. Like,
Tampa police looking for whoever's responsible for a shooting that left a Florida rapper dead. It happened early Sunday morning outside a hotel. Charles Jones was among the 4 people shot. Fans knew him as Julio Fulio.
Developing overnight, one person is in stable condition. This is after being shot in what the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office is calling a drive-by shooting on the city's north side. JSO says this happened right at about 8:30 last night on Sperring Street. They say the victim was sitting in a car with 2 other people when someone else shot toward the vehicle from a white sedan. That sedan then drove away. JSO tells us the victim was taken to the hospital after being shot in the leg. JSO spoke to witnesses and looked for surveillance video, but if you have any helpful information, you're urged to please give Crime Stoppers a call.
On June 23, 2024, the rapper chose to go down to Tampa to celebrate his 26th birthday. He shared his gratitude on social media, writing, "Thank you for allowing me to see another year and to celebrate another birthday." Fulio even took to Instagram, asking friends and fans to join in for a pool party at an airdom in Tampa. The event was highly promoted on social media, promising a night of fun and celebration.
5:30, man. We finna get everything right. Push up at 5:30, 6 o'clock, man. It's up. Me drinking, cuz. I don't even drink, cuz.
You supposed to have a chaser.
Appreciate everybody popping out for my birthday, you know what I'm saying?
Happy birthday!
Everybody got their shot, put their shot in the air, man. Okay, David. Everybody take this shit on 3, man. 1, 2, 3.
The rapper and a few of his friends plotted to rob 17-year-old Zachary Below. The robbery did not go as planned, as Below's friend Ethan Walker was shot and killed as the robbers tried to flee the crime scene. TK admitted his role in the botched robbery in a 2.5-hour interrogation. At first, the rapper denied any involvement in the home invasion. He later acknowledged that he went to the Mansfield house, but did not go inside. Eventually, he admitted that he had entered the home and looked for drugs under a couch, but left the house after not finding any. Since Take was a minor, he was placed under house arrest while awaiting certification hearings, while the rapper decided to cut his ankle monitor and go on the run, becoming a fugitive when Take was found guilty of murder and sentenced to 55 years behind. As he didn't take too kindly to it, the rapper took to social media to air his frustrations and accused the criminal justice system of racism. According to him, he would have received a lesser sentence if he was white. "I bet if I was a little white kid, they wouldn't have gave me no 55 years for a crime I was alleged to play the most insignificant role in when I was 16. They would have rightfully argued that my mind wasn't fully developed and gave me rehabilitation and a second chance at adulthood." Take even argued that one of his co-defendants, a white girl, got only 10 years of probation without even having to make a deal with the prosecutor. "One of my co-defendants was a white girl who was 16, just like me. They didn't certify her as an adult, but they certified me and Pimp as adults. Pimp got 30, I got 55. She ended up getting 10 years of probation without a deal. That girl at home right now. Well, Take will have to serve at least 27 years before being available for parole." Yungeen Ace could also face a similar long sentence if found guilty of his gun charge. It will even be worse for him if he is found to have anything to do with Fulio's death. Is he about to get hit with an RICO charge? Time will tell. If you liked watching this video,